Now on CoastTV News.
Crossroad congestion. What Millsboro officials are looking to accomplish when they meet later today Deldot over improving traffic flow near the downtown area.
Courthouse home.
We were really in dire straits and needed this courthouse.
We look at the new Sussex County Family Courthouse in Georgetown and why those who practice law say it was needed.
Not as cold this morning, tracking a beautiful breezy Wednesday on the peninsula as the dry weather continues. But for how long? I'll have the details ahead.
Delaware drives health. What is being proposed to increase health care and build up a health workforce in the state's rural areas?
This is CoastTV News Today.
Welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Ackerley. It is Wednesday, November 12th, 2025.
Yeah, we just heard Chris say not as cold as yesterday. It was bitter. We had that wind chill factor.
It
bundle
was.
up, Grace.
You had your very festive Penn State hat on, a nice scarf, a winter coat. I think that you're actually ready, and maybe you're even welcoming in these colder temperatures.
Well, you got to dress for the weather.
Dress the part. And who has a better closet than you? Maybe your rival, First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono, joining us now for a first look at our forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace and Matt. Plus, good morning, Delmarva. Yes, we're not seeing those lower to mid 20 wind chills like we had this time yesterday, so that is certainly good news. A chilly start, nonetheless. We're seeing temperatures right now in the 30s for most of us. We're at 37 lowest. Beautiful sky here as we await that sunrise at 6:40 this morning. We're at the freezing mark in Harrington, 32, 34 Laurel, 30 Salisbury to 31 in Willards. So a little chillier far interior portions of the peninsula, but we're seeing a southwest wind, so that's helping us a bit this morning and keeping us away from those bitter wind chills like we had yesterday. We had a few clouds pass through overnight. That moisture you see on the radar did not reach the surface because atmosphere is so dry across the peninsula. This cold front is actually going to be pushing through later on tonight. Not really bringing us any rain either. It's just going to bring in some cooler air as we go into Thursday. We're looking at plenty of sunshine through the day today. Northern lights again tonight. We had quite a show last night. We're going to stay breezy into Thursday with those bright blue skies, and we're going to continue the dry weather through Thursday as well. We're up to 54 by around noontime, and we're going to see highs right in the mid to upper 50s through the afternoon with that southwest wind gusting as high as 30 miles an hour. We'll talk about the northern lights tonight and more dry weather ahead coming up in that full 7-day forecast. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this hour is the potential changes to a busy intersection in Millsboro, talking Delaware Avenue and Route 24.
Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Millsboro at that intersection. And Elisa, this idea was first proposed in July as a way to improve traffic congestion and safety in the area.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Yes, right now we are at that intersection, Delaware Avenue and Route 24. As you can see, a lot of cars already. We are at the stop sign portion of this intersection. There is a two-way stop currently in place, but town leaders were talking about making it into a four-way stop. They actually said back in July they were ready to put in those stop signs, but they needed approval from Deldot. And today, the Millsboro Deldot Committee is going to meet with Deldot representatives to answer any questions. And we did speak with someone who lives right off of that intersection. We're going to hear from them a little later on what it's like to live here day to day with all of the traffic and that intersection, and all of the talking about this at that meeting will take place this afternoon at 12:30. Back to you.
Lisa Weber in Millsboro, thank you for that. New this morning, after breaking ground in June of 2022, the new Sussex County Family Courthouse has been operating in Georgetown for about a week. The new facility is 107,000 square feet. It includes 8 large courtrooms. County officials say the building is undergoing a soft opening right now. Family law attorney Thomas Gay, who's been practicing for 32 years and has already had 2 hearings in the new facility, says the difference in the courthouses is huge.
As the population expands in Sussex County and as the amount of, unfortunately, divorces and custody cases expand, we were really in dire straits and needed this courthouse.
On Coast TV News this evening, we will show you inside the new courthouse.
Today, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer, alongside state health officials and leaders at BB Health in Lewis, will announce details of a $1 billion application submitted by the state of Delaware to the Rural Health Transformation Program. Projects in the application are focused on expanding access to quality care and building up a strong rural health care workforce. That event begins today at 11 a.m. in Lewis.
Later today, the Ocean Pines Water Wastewater Advisory Board is looking at its fiscal year 2026 capital projects, including caustic stainless steel tank replacement with an estimated cost of $20,000, $35,000 for well chlorine contact tank inspection, and $85,000 for developing the scope of work to bid out for its management plan. These are all part of Ocean Pines' water distribution.
People in Lewis only have some hours left to provide input on Denrec's plans to clean up contaminated property in the city. According to the agency, the Division of Waste and Hazardous Substances is proposing a cleanup plan for the Will King Station site. Officials say that the property has a history of dumping that includes construction debris, auto parts, and household trash. One proposed idea requires Denrec to monitor groundwater contamination and regular testing. The public comment period ends today at 4:30 p.m.
And also in Lewis, discussion, also possible action regarding the 4th Street Preserve. According to the agenda, the project task force is looking at the master plan implementation cost estimates. It was over the weekend that the Delaware Master Naturalist Program began the first phase of invasive plant removal at the 4th Street Preserve. Subcommittee meets this afternoon at 2.
The Harry K. Foundation with the Food Bank at Delaware and Purdue Farms say they're giving out 1,000 Thanksgiving meal boxes as part of the annual Thanksgiving for All initiative. Happening today, they say local school representatives will pick up the boxes from the Milford branch of the Food Bank of Delaware for distribution to pre-qualified and identified families who are at risk of going without a Thanksgiving meal.
And we're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. on this Wednesday morning. The House of Representatives preparing to vote today on a bill to finally end the 43-day-long government shutdown. It's a bill that already cleared the Senate, and it funds the government through the end of January.
And if it passes, President Trump could sign it into law tonight, reopening the government. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how questions remain about how quickly air travel can get back to full capacity and when SNAP recipients will get their full food assistance.
On what could be the final day of the nation's longest government shutdown, House members are racing back to Washington to cast a critical vote on the Senate-passed short-term funding bill.
Welcome back from your taxpayer-funded 7-week vacation.
Democratic leadership slamming the House Speaker's move to keep members out of session while the shutdown dragged on as Republicans pin the pain on Democrats.
For 42 days and counting, Democrats have held the country hostage.
House Democrats set to vote against the deal a breakaway group of Senate moderates agreed to, angered that it does nothing to address the central sticking point of lowering health care costs and extending Affordable Care Act tax credits.
Health care costs are still poised to double or even triple for some folks practically overnight.
With a newly elected Democrat being sworn in today, House Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes. It is expected to pass and secure President Trump's signature.
We're opening up our country. Should have never been closed.
Relief can't come soon enough for the nation's airports, where flight delays and cancellations are growing.
It has to be the shutdown. What else could it be? This has never happened to me before.
The Transportation Secretary warning the situation driven by staffing shortages will get much worse if the shutdown stretches into the weekend.
If this doesn't open, you might have airlines that say, we're gonna ground our planes.
A lot on the line in the final push to get the government back in business. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Tonight, the Delaware Division of Paid Leave is expected to provide more information on its paid leave program. According to the division, the program provides financial support to people facing significant life events. Officials say this could include caring for a sick loved one or a new baby. The division is hosting a Zoom meeting today at 5:30 p.m.
Providing input on outdoor trails across Sussex County. That's the opportunity people have today in Milton. A public forum is expected regarding the study on the Georgetown-Lewis Trail connection to Milton. Organizers say that Deldot, along with state representatives, will be in attendance to discuss the feasibility of a shared use path. It all takes place at Dogfish Head Brewery in Milton at 5:30 p.m.
Deldot is continuing its work on plans for the U.S. Route 9, State Routes 16 and 24 corridor. The department says the project aims to improve traffic flow on several busy highways in Sussex County. And this is the area focus right here on your screen near Milton and Harbison. And there's an update meeting on this from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Deldot Administration Building in Dover or online.
And we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Coming up, worldwide redesign starts in Sussex. Why Ford says it chose Millsboro to usher in a new look for its dealerships.
Also, a rare Delmarva display. We'll take a look at the northern lights on the peninsula and tell you when you could have another chance to catch the celestial occurrence.
Still ahead, fighting merchant fees, the new deal between Visa and MasterCard, and stores that could lower costs. And first alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono, there he is in the Weather Center, and we check in with him next.
We had quite a show on Delmarva yesterday evening with the Northern Lights. This is from Patrick Dempsey of Milton, Delaware. You can see the pink hues there and the green hues. There's a gorgeous shot there. And this is from Megan Stack of Lewis, Delaware. You can see the lighter pink hues there. That is the nitrogen and the oxygen particles in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Those are the more common of the colors you see with the aurora borealis. The purples and the blues are the more rare of the colors. Now, we've had this solar storm over the last few days here, and we're expecting an even stronger solar storm to hit Earth later on today, and that will likely cause another viewing of the northern lights here later on this evening. So how those particles interact with the atmosphere depends on how bright and vibrant they are, but we're expecting to see those northern lights as far south as Alabama and Florida, and we're going to have plenty of clear conditions this evening on the peninsula. We'll have more. I'll have more on your 7-day forecast here in a little bit. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Happening today in Lewis, you may notice low water pressure or even discolored water. That's because the Lewis BPW will be conducting hydrant flow testing. So if you do happen to notice discolored water, officials say it's not a big deal. You can just run your cold water for 10 to 15 minutes until it clears up, and they just say to avoid doing your laundry during those tests.
Milford School District is offering people a way to stay healthy this winter season. According to the district, you can register for physicals, immunizations, lead and TB testing, along with other services. Health officials will offer the services on a free, low-cost, or sliding scale cost. And this is tonight from 5 to 8 at Lulu Ross Elementary School.
Visa and MasterCard have come to terms on a deal with retailers that's set to lower merchant fees. The Wall Street Journal says that the agreement would end a 2-decade-old dispute with merchants, which would result in lowering fees that stores pay while giving them more power to deny some credit cards. Although the deal has been announced, it still requires court approval before it will go into effect.
Billionaire Warren Buffett says don't expect to hear much from him after he retires at the end of the year. Buffett has been CEO of Berkshire Hathaway for more than 50 years. He told shareholders that going forward he will no longer write a letter to top the company's annual report, but said he plans to still deliver an annual Thanksgiving message, and he will also step up his philanthropy.
We have plenty of sunshine on the way today for our Wednesday. A breezy afternoon as we get those temperatures up in the mid to upper 50s. A very nice day ahead, and we're going to continue this beautiful dry stretch of weather ahead. Details when our next chance of rain rolls back into the fold. Full forecast after the break.
Time is 6:17, and we're checking out the live scene. Early morning scene in Cambridge. Most of the slips are empty right now. A lot of boats not there that are normally there this time of the morning. First alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono is back with us. And Chris, you are tracking a sunny afternoon for us.
Yeah, beautiful day ahead after a chilly start this morning. We had some clouds overnight, and those have cleared out. Now we're seeing the temperatures begin to fall a little here just before sunrise. Here we're at 30 in Salisbury, 32 Harrington, 40 Rehoboth, and 41 in Bethany Beach. We have a southwest wind, so at least that is helping us avoid those lower to mid-20 wind chills like we had yesterday. Now, the clouds have pushed offshore. We had a little moisture there over the peninsula, but that did not reach the surface. Cold front back off to the west, a dry front. That's what that's going to be pushing through later on this evening. We do have small craft advisories up for the Delaware coast and the Bay. Those run through 6 o'clock Thursday. The small craft advisory from Ocean City through Chincoteague, that runs through 8 a.m. Thursday, and then along the bay from Cambridge down to for Crisfield, that runs through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. See the bright blue skies there, the sunrise at 6:40 this morning, 36 right now in Laurel. We'll be on our way to 50 by around 10 this morning. On our way to highs, right around 56 for the coast, 57 to, I think some areas could graze the 60-degree mark later on this afternoon under mainly clear skies, and will stay clear overnight. As that front pushes through, we will see the winds pick up a bit, so that is why I don't think the temperatures are going to bottom out all that much tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, we're going to be back up into the mid-50s, and then I think we'll be a bit colder Friday morning in the low to mid-30s. There's those winds out of the southwest throughout the afternoon. They'll pick up a bit through the evening as that front pushes through, but a dry front, and we stay rather windy into Thursday, but sunny and dry with those wind gusts upwards of 30, 35 miles an hour out of the northwest. Average high 60. We're going to be hovering right around the mid to upper 50s over the next few days, and then we'll bump it up to the mid to upper 60s ahead of a cold front that'll be pushing through on Sunday. Now, Saturday we'll see partly sunny skies. Most of the day is dry. A weak clipper system is going to be pushing through at night, bringing us a chance of showers. This is not going to be a big system. And then as we push into Sunday, we'll keep the shower chance in play, but then behind it, cooler air works back into the peninsula. 57 this afternoon. Wall-to-wall sunshine. We're at 38 overnight, mostly clear skies. 55 for our Thursday. A bit windier tomorrow after that cold front pushes through. 57 into Friday. We stay sunny and dry. Saturday, 56 with clouds increasing, especially by the evening. A shower chance overnight. Better chance of showers on Sunday with that front pushing through. 66. And then we drop back down into the lower to mid 50s by the early part of next week. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. We've been talking about it this morning. Check out what people saw last night on the peninsula, some of the northern lights Tuesday night. It's rare this far south, but it happens clearly. And on your screen now are some great photos from viewers in Milton, Lewis, Long Neck, Broadkill Breach. Even our photographer, Matt Hissman, there he is, was out looking for the lights. Looks like he found some. We spoke with some sisters who also saw the lights.
Really cool because I really wanted, when I was older, I really wanted to maybe travel to Alaska or something to see them, because it was definitely on my bucket list. So I'm definitely excited that I could see it now.
Yeah, great to see that. Why go to Alaska? You can just go down the street and see the northern lights. Thanks to everyone who shared their photos with us.
And up next on CoastTV News today, worldwide redesign starts in Sussex. We'll tell you what Ford says we featured in its new look for thousands of dealerships. Don't go anywhere. The first in a worldwide redesign for one automaker's dealership is being unveiled right here on Delmarva. Ford is introducing what it calls as Ford Signature 2.0. Millsboro's redesign started back in March of last year and features an open layout with natural light, digital tools, and lounge-styled seating. They say it's aimed at creating a more relaxed, hotel-like experience. The location was chosen due to potential growth and expansion in our area. Henry Ford's great-granddaughter was even there to cut the ribbon.
Really, our sales associates are just here as guides, as concierges to help you sort of through the process, and you can do it at your own journey. If you want to do most of it at home, or you want to come in the dealership and do all of it, or some version of somewhere in between, we're here to meet you where you're at.
He says the redesign costs about $12.5 million, and the ultimate goal is for all of Ford's 9,000 dealerships worldwide to eventually adopt the concepts debuted here in Millsboro.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva. We have a beautiful day to look forward to as we take a live look into Lewis, where the temperature is 37 degrees. Winds are relatively calm and chilly starting out there, but plenty of sunshine through the morning and the afternoon. We're up to 53 by around your lunchtime in Ocean City, Fenwick Island. A beautiful afternoon there as well. Lewis may be taking a stroll there this afternoon. 54 by around your lunchtime, and a gorgeous afternoon in Rehoboth. Those winds out of the southwest will gust upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour. We'll be up to 56 by around 4 in Cambridge, and a gorgeous afternoon in Crisfield under wall-to-wall sunshine. At least we're not dealing with those 20-degree wind chills like we had yesterday. Joan Mazzuchetti of Milton, Delaware, you're the winner of our CoastTV weather umbrella. Congratulations there. And as always, you can get your latest forecast by calling the First Alert Weather phone. If you missed the northern lights, we may get another chance tonight to view that, and we'll talk about the sunny, dry weather continuing in the next half hour.
For the break on Coast TV News today, Thanksgiving meal giveaway. We'll tell you how much food the food bank at Delaware aims to provide to Sussex County families.
Also, Ocean Pines Waste Water Projects. We look at some of the key items that are part of fiscal year's 2026 capital initiatives.
And a new courthouse is now open in Sussex County, why some say it's been a long time coming. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
Now on Coast TV News.
Boosting better care. The initiative in Delaware to increase the number of healthcare workers and improve healthcare in rural areas.
Crossroad congestion. What Millsboro officials are looking to accomplish when they meet later today with Deldot over improving traffic flow near the downtown area.
Not as cold this morning, tracking a beautiful breezy Wednesday on the peninsula as the dry weather continues, but for how long? I'll have the details ahead.
Trails talk. The plan to connect Milton to the Georgetown-Lewis Trail that is popular with cyclists and walkers.
This is Coast TV News Today.
November 12th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us this morning.
6:29. I'm here. You're here. We're all here on a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. I enjoy it.
It is a Wednesday.
And there's a very common phrase on Wednesdays. We wear pink, but you're not wearing pink. I'm not wearing pink.
I'm not familiar with this one.
Maybe we'll get it right next week. But who else isn't wearing pink? Well, that's First Alert
We're all wearing
Chris
black.
Mastrobono.
Somehow we did the black
We did.
memo.
We matched. What did you call us? Are we men in black?
Back in black.
Back in black.
Let's go to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono now. And Chris, a little bit warmer than where we were about 24 hours ago.
Yeah, we're not seeing the lower to mid 20 wind chills like we had yesterday. We're seeing more of a southwest wind this morning, so that's helping us a bit. Still chilly in some spots. We're at 43 in Cambridge, blue skies there, dew point 30, so still very dry out. We're down to 30 in Salisbury, 33 Harrington, so a little chillier in the Route 13, I-13 corridor. 41 though, Indian River Inlet to 40 in Bethany Beach. We're seeing those southwest wind flow. Now the winds will pick up a bit through the morning and in the afternoon gusting as high as 25 to 30 miles an hour. We had some clouds overnight. That moisture you see on the radar did not reach the surface overnight. We have a dry front back off to the west. It's not going to give us any rain either. That's going to be pushing through later on tonight through Thursday. Plenty of sunshine and breezy conditions over the next few days. We stay dry and pleasant, and then our next shower chance arrives over the weekend. Wall-to-wall sunshine from the coast inland towards the eastern shore, mid-shore. We're looking very nice this afternoon with those highs topping out in the upper 50s. We'll talk about more beautiful weather ahead in that 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Chris. And it's our top story this half hour. The potential changes to a busy intersection in Millsboro. We're talking about the Delaware Avenue and Route 24 area.
That's where we have our Lisa Weber, and this idea was first proposed in July as a way to improve traffic congestion and safety in the area. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Right now, I want to show you the intersection we are at, Delaware Avenue and Route 24 right now. As you can see, as more people wake up to head to work and head to their destinations for the day, it is a busier intersection right now. It is a two-way stop, and town leaders have been talking about making it into a four-way stop. Right now, we are at the stop sign portion of this intersection. We're waiting for quite a bit for a safe moment to pass. And the Deldot committee that's affiliated with Millsboro has been talking about these changes, and today they're actually going to meet with representatives from Deldot. And we spoke with someone who lives right by this intersection, and they're going to tell us what it's like every day living here with traffic.
It will keep traffic moving, but you have a stoplight at 113, you have a stoplight at Plantation Lake, so it could have a negative effect and back it up. Getting out of my driveway is a concern on some days. We live on, it's called Laurel Road in that section of town, and cars back up past our house, so just getting out of the driveway and can rarely turn west.
And that meeting with Deldot will take place this afternoon at 12:30. Back to you.
That was Lisa Weber in Millsboro. And for just over a week now, after the groundbreaking in June of 2022, the new Sussex County Family Courthouse has been operating in Georgetown. The new facility is 100,000 square feet and includes 8 large courtrooms. The court says the building is undergoing a soft opening right now, and family law attorney Thomas Gay, who's been practicing there for 32 years and has already been having multiple hearings in the facility, says the difference in the courthouses is huge. On Coast TV News News this evening, we'll take you and show you the insides of that new courthouse.
New this morning, Delaware is recognizing innovation and entrepreneurship tonight with the announcement of the winners of the updated EDGE 2.0 grant competition. Now, EDGE stands for Encouraging Development, Growth, and Expansion, and they'll award $400,000 in the entrepreneur category, $750,000 in the STEM category, and then there's also $1 million federal award through the State Small Business Credit Initiative, and officials say there is one recipient tonight from Sussex County.
Later today, the Ocean Pines Water Wastewater Advisory Board is looking at its fiscal year 2026 capital projects, including caustic stainless steel tank replacement with an estimated cost of $20,000, $35,000 for well chlorine contact tank inspections, and $85,000 for developing the scope of work to bid out for its management plan. These are all parts of Ocean Pines water distribution.
Today, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer, state health officials, and some of the leadership at BB Health in Lewis, they will announce details of a $1 billion application submitted by the state of Delaware to the Rural Health Transformation Program. Projects in the application are focused on expanding access to quality care and building up a strong rural health care workforce. The announcement is scheduled for 11 a.m. in Lewis.
Providing input on outdoor trails across Sussex County, that's the opportunity people have today in Milton. A public forum is expected regarding the study on the Georgetown-Lewis Trail connection in Milton. Organizers say that Deldot, along with state representatives, will be in attendance to discuss the feasibility of a shared use path. It all takes place at Dogfish Head Brewery in Milton at 5:30 tonight.
The Harry K. Foundation with the Food Bank of Delaware and Purdue Farms says they are giving out 1,000 Thanksgiving meal boxes. It's part of the annual Thanksgiving for All initiative happening today. They say local school representatives will pick up the boxes from the Milford branch of the Food Bank of Delaware for distribution to pre-identified families who are at risk of going without a Thanksgiving meal.
We're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. this morning as the sun is coming up. For the first time in nearly 2 months, House lawmakers are gathering for floor votes that could help end the government shutdown. They're poised to consider a stopgap funding bill that the Senate has greenlit already. And if the law passes, the government will reopen and furloughed workers will return to their jobs.
Amy Kiley shows us how quickly that could impact SNAP benefits and air travel.
If the government reopens, how long will it take for things to get back to normal? Many are asking that question now that the shutdown appears close to ending. Today, the House is set to vote on a stopgap funding bill that's already through the Senate. The president is signaling he'd sign it. If that happens, officials say SNAP benefits could resume promptly.
It appears that we're on a glide path up in Washington where the SNAP benefits will be fully honored, hopefully by the end of this week.
That's likely a relief for the more than 40 million Americans who rely on SNAP for food.
I'm trying to do my best to shield my daughter from how concerned I am, but at the same time, she is seeing the difference in our cupboards. She's seeing the difference in her meals.
The timeline for air travel returning to normal is less certain. The FAA is still forcing flight cancellations due to air traffic controller shortages. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says they'd get 70% of their back pay within 48 hours of the government reopening. But
I'm concerned that we're not going to have on day one controllers come back into the towers right away.
Duffy says he'll rely on data to decide when the FAA can lift shutdown-related flight restrictions.
We're trying to manage risk in the system to make sure people fly and fly safely.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
There may soon be another Kennedy in Washington, D.C. Jack Schlossberg has announced he is running for Congress. He's the grandson of former President John F. Kennedy. Schlossberg is running to replace the retiring Congressman Jerry Nadler, who represents New York's 12th congressional district. In a video announcing his campaign, the Democrat focused on affordability while criticizing President Trump.
And we have a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, rollover investigation, details on those involved in this accident that took place Tuesday in Sussex County.
Also, determined to defend state title, how Cesar Rodney's boys soccer team earned their way back to the championship game for a second year in a row. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Earl Croswell, a proud U.S. Marine and dedicated Delaware State policeman who served his country and community with courage and honor. Beyond his uniform, Earl was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather whose love and integrity touched all who knew him. His steadfast service and family legacy continue to inspire deep respect and gratitude.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
It's a chilly, dry start to our Wednesday on Delmarva. Not seeing the strong winds like we had yesterday with those lower 20 wind chills. Right now in Ocean View, we're at 40 degrees. Away from the coast, we have fallen to 30 Willards, 30 Salisbury, 30 Harrington, and we're at 36 in Milton. Southwest wind flow. Right now, winds are pretty calm away from the coast, and we're seeing gusts anywhere between about 5 to 15 along the coast. Pretty dry. Dry air filtering in back off to the west, and we are going to see plenty of sunshine through the day today as we get those temperatures up into the mid to upper 50s. Winds will gust upwards of about 25 to 30 miles an hour. And if you missed it last night, I think you're going to get another opportunity to view the northern lights, expecting another severe solar storm to hit Earth later on today. And we'll likely see another pretty good show. You see that K index at an 8. That's a severe threat for that solar storm later on today. So keep your cameras in hand and keep those eyes peeled later on tonight for the potential of seeing that northern lights over the peninsula. We'll talk about some beautiful weather ahead continuing in that 7-day forecast. Matt.
Okay, Chris. Delaware State Police say a 20-year-old Frankfort man is facing felony drug and gun charges following a probation and parole search. This was at the home of Malachi Mahan. This is the area where they were searching on your screen on Frankfort Avenue. Troopers say during the search they found drugs paraphernalia, a handgun, also a child was in the home at the time. State Police say Mahan is facing a number of charges, including endangering the welfare of a child. And we have more on this. You can find it right now on coasttv.com.
A car rolled on its side Tuesday after an accident at the intersection of West Line Road and Muskrat Town Road in Selbyville. You can see the pictures on your screen now. The Selbyville Fire Company assisted the Roxana Fire Company, and they say multiple power lines were down around and on top of the car with someone trapped inside. The fire company says the person was removed and transported to a local hospital.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Is there anything better than a championship game rematch for another title? Honestly, there probably is, but the list isn't long. Anyways, a rematch is on the docket for the Delaware Boys Soccer Division I championship game on Saturday. Meet competitor number 1, Caesar Rodney. The Riders are the reigning state title holders. Last night, Caesar Rodney punched its ticket to the finals with a 3-1 win over St. George's Tech. The Riders actually trailed 1-0 at one point, but senior Axel Jackson led the comeback with 2 goals of his own. Fellow senior Jamal Richards tacked on the third. Salesianum gets a chance at revenge for last year's championship loss to Caesar Rodney. The Sallies seem to be hungry. Last night, Salesianum defeated Sussex Central 6-0 in the other semifinal. Brian Perez Herrera scored twice. Chase Esser also had a brace, and Brady Esser notched a goal and an assist. So the rematch is set. Saturday, 3 o'clock, Dover High School. That'll do it for sports. Have a great Wednesday, folks.
And coming up tonight on DSN at 8:30, we have Dover hosting Smyrna in girls basketball. Then it's the final score at 10:30.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, some fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up for free at coasttv.com/sign up and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Fridays. And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Well, November is the season of giving, and we've got a great group joining us today at 4 on Coast Life. We hope that you would join us then, too, because we're going to talk about the Community Foundation and all that they are doing to donate to local organizations this month. It's going to be great. You don't want to miss it, and you don't want to miss how to find out how you can help give back. All of that fun and more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
The sun is rising on what will be a gorgeous day on the peninsula. Will be a bit on the breezy side, and we'll keep those winds in play into Thursday as well as the sunny, dry weather continues. Your full 7-day forecast is up next.
The time is now 6:46 a.m. as we're taking a live look outside into Lewis. And Chris, this is just such a great time of day. If you're watching at home, take a look outside your window. Look at this beautiful sunrise. This is gorgeous. And Chris, you're saying that we're in for an even better day ahead of us.
Yeah, and it's not going to feel like December today like it did yesterday. It's still going to be, we're going to have some gusts upwards of 25, 30 miles an hour, but a bit of a chilly start right now, especially away from the coast. We're dipping to 32 in Harrington, 30 Salisbury, 30 Willards. But the good thing this morning is we're not seeing those bitter wind chills like we had yesterday. Winds are relatively calm and out of the southwest, so that's helping us a bit here for the start this morning. But clear skies across the area. We had some clouds overnight, snow showers across the Poconos and central New York. This cold front stationed across the upper Great Lakes region is going to be swinging through tonight, but not bringing us any moisture with that front. Smoke craft advisory continues for the Delaware coast. This runs through 6 o'clock on Thursday for that threat of winds offshore about 25 to 30 miles an hour. And that smoke craft advisory is up through early tomorrow morning for the southern portion of the peninsula as well as the Chesapeake Bay. We are at 33 right now in Laurel. Plenty of sunshine through the morning, 50 degrees by around 10 a.m. on our way to highs around 57 in Laurel, 57 Rehoboth. We'll see a high of 59 in Easton and Denton, 59 Pocomoke City, and 57 in Salisbury. There's those mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. A clear, comfortable night. The cold front comes through, not going to give any moisture to the area, but we're going to see those winds pick up, so that's going to allow for temperatures not to tank all that much overnight tonight. We'll be in the lower to mid 50s for the day tomorrow, and then a bit colder on Friday morning in the lower to mid 30s across the peninsula. There's those winds out of the southwest to west this afternoon. They turn out of the northwest as that cold front approaches overnight into early Thursday, and then we stay rather windy throughout the day tomorrow with gusts as high as 30, 35 miles an hour. But the good news is we continue to see those dry conditions as high pressure builds in. Average high 60. We're going to hover right in the mid to upper 50s through Saturday, and then we'll bump those temperatures up to the mid to upper 60s ahead of a cold front. Saturday is a dry day with clouds increasing as a weak clipper system pushes through. Showers, it looks like overnight Saturday. That's when you want them over the weekend. But we do start the day on Sunday with a little shower activity. The day is not a complete washout, and then behind the front we see cooler, drier air work back into the picture. 57 degrees this afternoon. We're at 38 overnight. 55 for your Thursday as that sunshine continues to round out the week. 57 Friday, and we're looking at highs around 56 Saturday. The warmest day over the next 7 Sunday. 66 degrees with that chance of showers. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And despite the nice looking weather today, the weather is getting colder, and those conditions can be especially difficult for people who don't have somewhere to call home or a warm place to sleep at night. And certain shelters like Code Purple aren't open yet.
Yeah, CoastTV photojournalist Matt Hipsman shows us how Code Purple volunteers are stepping up as the weather gets cold, and also how you can help.
200 people taking care of 28 guests. It's a lot, right? But I think we're doing the right thing, and I believe we're doing God's work. I believe that we're all called to take care of the least of us, right? So Matthew 25:40 is we live and breathe it. Whatever you do for the least of us, you do for me. So that's what we're doing here. That's what Code Purple's all about.
What it meant to me was the people that were caring and listened to you and help you out, and just a friend. I mean, after me and my friend got our apartment, we are still friends with these women volunteers that helped us out.
The night captain is responsible for overseeing the evening hosts. The evening hosts are the folks that are actually staying overnight, and being the supervisor on site for the shelters, whether it be at St. Jude's or at St. Lutheran's Church.
We need clothing, hats, gloves, and scarves gently used. We need socks and underwear that's new in the package. People don't like to put underwear on unless it's in the package. And we need shelf-stable foods. We have a QR code for an Amazon wish list.
The time is now 6:51 a.m. as we're checking in with our coastal pet of the day. Fluffy's playing cards, Matt.
Yes, he is.
That's some tough competition.
You can see Fluff's in the middle of an intense card game. I can't really tell what hand he has there, but he's trying to best his owner. Fluffy was submitted to us by his family in Millsboro.
Matt, I think you should try your hand against Fluffy. We want to see your pets on Delmarva. If you send us photos and tell us what makes them so special, if you take a look at your screen now.
Yep, scan that QR code, top center, to get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
The time is now 6:54 a.m. It's time for things you need to know before you go. Today, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer, alongside state health officials and leaders at BB Health in Lewis, will announce details of a $1 billion application submitted by the state of Delaware to the Rural Health Transformation Program. Projects in the application are focused on expanding access to quality care and building up a strong rural health care workforce. That event begins at 11 in Lewis.
After breaking ground in June 2022, the new Sussex County Family Courthouse has been operating in Georgetown for about a week. New facility is 107,000 square feet and includes 8 large courtrooms, and county officials say the building is undergoing a soft opening right now.
The Harry K. Foundation with the Food Bank of Delaware and Purdue Farms say they're giving out 1,000 Thanksgiving meal boxes as part of the annual Thanksgiving for All initiative. That's on Wednesday, November 12th, today. They say local school representatives will pick up the boxes from the Milford branch of the Food Bank of Delaware for distribution to pre-identified families who are at risk of going without a meal this Thanksgiving.
Providing input on outdoor trails across Sussex County, there's an opportunity people have today in Milton. A public forum is expected regarding the study on the Georgetown-Lewis Trail connection to Milton. Organizers say Deldot, along with state representatives, are in attendance to discuss the feasibility of a shared-use path. This takes place at Dogfish Head Brewery in Milton at 5:30 p.m.
Chilly start to our Wednesday with temperatures in the 30s, but we have suns across the board today. Highs right in the mid to upper 50s. Those winds will gust out of the southwest upwards of about 20 to 25 miles an hour, so we are looking gorgeous. And believe it or not, if you didn't miss the northern lights last night, we're going to get another shot this evening, expecting a potentially even stronger solar storm to impact Earth, and that may create even more vibrant colors across the area. 55 by our Thursday. We stay sunny and dry through Saturday. We'll see a chance of some showers late Saturday through Sunday. 66 degrees, and then behind that front on Sunday, we drop back into the lower 50s. So looking pretty good here over the next few days as far as our temperatures, and overall not looking at any big storm systems impacting the area.
Yeah, it's good to know about the northern lights because I did miss it last night, and now I'm jealous looking at all those
the
photos.
The photos were gorgeous.
Matt
That
had that great
sent
one,
in.
great selfie with our photojournalist Matt. So I'm gonna have to, that one, unlike the Christmas decorations, Grace, I am going to make an effort tonight.
We'll all wake up in the middle of the night and we'll all go watch
maybe I'll
it.
stay up and watch the Flyers and the Northern Lights. Maybe I'll do that.
That seems on brand for you, Chris.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on CoastTV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And then we'll be back with CoastTV News midday at 11 a.m.
Whether you're tracking the northern lights, the sunny skies this afternoon, always a good idea to download the CoastTV News and weather apps for your phone. And until we see you for CoastTV News midday at 11 a.m., have a great Wednesday morning, everybody.